Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here, and this is it. The final video of the Union Legendary Campaign on Ultimate General Civil War. This is the second half of the Battle of Richmond, and right now I've got 3.5 hours to take this fort or the battle's over. And I've got a 2-to-1 advantage right now, but I feel like it's not going to last. I would expect he's going to get reinforcements, and so I think we probably need to go ahead and rush the fort now while I've still got the chance. Because once he gets reinforcements, it's going to be really hard to take that fort. So I'm going to start pushing everybody down this way. We're just going to throw everything I've got into that fort, spearheaded by this cavalry. And then that way, if he does get reinforcements, I will be ready for it. In the meantime, we can kind of keep hitting him here. Oh boy. I hate when he keeps reoccupying these fortifications. I've said that ad nauseum, but I'm saying it again. Never understand how they can occupy a fortification that I'm standing on top of. Especially when I'm firing into his rear. I'll throw Chapman up here. Some of these smaller brigades that I'm not going to be able to spearhead an assault on a fort with. Come on, I'm firing into Colquitt from 3 sides. How is he sitting there? And here come the reinforcements. He's up to 13,000 men now. Alright, we got to move a little faster. Come on, guys. Let's get it going. Alright, we finally drove Colquitt out. I'm hoping those reinforcements are coming in from the north, so that gives me some time to hit this fort still. Alright, Ferguson, hold up. I need to get these brigades stacked right on top of each other as I hit the fort. I want to start bringing these 24-pounders so that if I do take the fort, I can bring them in. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold one there, and I'm going to bring everybody else up and try to hit just one brigade if I can, rather than trying to hit the whole side of this fort. Wow, Ferguson already got hit. Knocked out of there. Oh, come on, guys. Darn that, those guns. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's hold back for a second. Bring up all my guns that can hit those things. There we go. Now, I'm going to try to target those guns. I'm hoping I have a little bit of time here. It doesn't seem like it's going to matter. All right, let's go. I just need to dislodge one unit. That's it. Oh, these guys are condition 0, that's why. Come on, get him out of there. Unreal. I'm hitting him with everything I've got, and he's ticking down like nothing. Wow, I should have done that right at the end, because... Oh, hey, we got it. Okay, perfect. But can we hold it? I'm sacrificing the cab. I don't care. Oh, look at this. He's got a regiment or a brigade parking on these fortifications. About to give me fits. Come on, guys, get in there. Yeah, I should have done that right at the end. Oh, my cavalry went up in there. Oh, boy. They're done. Yeah, he surrendered. I expected that. Oh, this is driving me nuts here. Come on, guys. Let's get everybody over by this fort. It's the only thing that matters now. Oh, now we can see everything out there. Okay. Take the fortifications. Let's get some guns in there. Let's protect the other side. Oh, you're kidding me. So easy for him to rout me out of the fort. Of course, these are units already in poor condition. Alright, he's got me by 6,000 men down here. But once I get everybody in position and get all these guns down here, it'll be okay. Oh, come on. This is a mess. Hindsight, definitely should have moved on the fort much faster, despite whatever casualties I might have taken in doing so, because it's a whole lot better than what I'm dealing with right now. But the bottom line remains the same. Of course, now here he goes into the fortifications once again. All right, we're just going to keep these guys back here. Ugh. Hate that. Here comes his cav for my other guns. He's going to take that battery out. It's a brand new battery anyway. It's not a huge deal. And on we go to the next day. All right. Things are looking good. We're on the final push into the city now. We've got 55,600 men against just 37,000, but he's got 329 guns. So everything I did to take out his guns last time, he's still got a bunch more. So I'm going to go into camp and see what I can do, because I did save some money and some men to be able to replenish some of the units that would need it. Not a whole lot, but I think I might be able to sell some guns. I'm not sure. No, it won't let me do that. So, all right, I'm going to do what I can with what I've got. All right, so we're going to be able to take 59,930 and 346 guns into this final phase to take Richmond. So let's see where things stand. We're coming down. One objective right here. It's a fort. And I guess we'll get everybody in position and go from there. Okay, here we go. And his guns are already firing on mine, so I've got to get moving up. Let's get into position where we can start seeing what's happening here. Break off some skirmishers. Get them out there and start shelling this fort. I've got the numbers. He's got 9,000 men on the field. So let's just throw everything we've got at the fort. Use all of my guns. I'm going to pause. Pause. Alright, let's get all the guns selected. It's easier to do it down here on the bottom than trying to do it from the map. Target his battery. I just got to be wary of reinforcements. Come on, guys. Oh, look at you go. That's going to be a tough nut to crack, this fort. I also don't want to wait too long if he ends up getting reinforcements. He's got this little fortification too. All right, let's do this. Things aren't going to get any better. Going to take massive casualties here. My general close. Oh, we're taking flanking fire. So all I needed was a toehold, and I think I got that. Lots of supply in the fort. No. Take that. Get in those fortifications quickly. Don't let him get them. Oh, man. Come on. Let's finish off these 2 units that are over here. And now things quiet down. Get my skirmishers reattached. All right, there, that guy's toast. Let's give everybody a chance to recover now. Turn off everybody's run commands too. All right, that should do that. I'm gonna bring these guns a little closer to home. Don't like him hanging out there, just in case he does have somebody out there. All right, I think that phase is in the books. We're gonna have to hold the city. Oh, we've got a bunch more forts to take. Hope they're all that easy. Keep targeting the artillery. We can't have that many men defending all these other forts. All right. All right, we'll go ahead and drop out here and come back when the next phase begins. Okay, so now the battlefield opens up, and that's actually really helpful because it makes things a little easier for me. Oh, we got this little supply depot here with 50,000 supplies. That's not a bad thing. So we get to hold the position there, and now we just have 2 more forts to deal with. And he has, like, no men. He's got 10,000 men. I've got all my cav right here. So I can use them to spearhead any assaults. Another supply depot right here. So I'm actually going to hold a brigade back on these supply depots. And we're just going to start advancing. I don't know if he's in these fortifications or not. We're going to find out soon enough, but he can't have a whole lot there if he does. I would guess most of the 10,000 men he's got are going to be in these forts. Because there's 2,500 here, so there's no more than 7,500 men in these 2 forts. That's not going to be a problem at all, not for 33,000. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just skip ahead to the action here. All right, so he does have a little bit of defense here. Nothing we can't overcome fairly quickly. Just got to press our way through. Nothing down here on the southern end, though. I'm just going to sit tight on these forts, I think, for now. I think the forces I've got up here are going to be more than adequate to deal with the forts that are left, unless he gets reinforcements somewhere. But as it stands, we're dealing with 9,000 men. Oh, looks like he's coming this way. Alright, cavalry, do your thing. This is going to take them dangerously close to his lines. Or to his fort, I should say. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to park right here on the edge of these woods and just shell the heck out of those forts. I'm going to try to take out this battery before he gets too much fire on me. Oh, we wiped that guy out. Alright, pull him back, pull him back. We're going to need that cav to spearhead the assault on the fort. Oh, we took out the battery. Good. Alright, there's only an hour left on this phase. Of course, that makes me wonder what happens next. We're still trying to deal with those guys, huh? Another battery in the open. Another 2 batteries in the open. We'll take out the first one quick enough that... Oh, there's another battery over here, too. Nice. It's amazing to me he's got all these batteries out in the open instead of in the protection of the forts. Oh, Atkinson, don't worry. We're coming for you next. Alright, we wiped that guy out. Let's just sit tight there now. Alright, I need to get eyes on the fort. We'll let our cavalry keep doing its thing out here with these open units. Alright, here's our eyes on the fort. And then we'll start shelling it. Only 42 minutes left in this phase, though. All right, let's bring the cav down this way and just kind of sit tight with them. All right. Got a lot of 24-pounders here that aren't going to do me a whole lot of good for this part. In fact, that's mostly what I'm dealing with. Just a ton of 24-pounders. Only 6,300 men left. I'm going to go ahead and just hit this fort now. I've got such an overwhelming advantage in numbers that I don't need to wait. So we can at least take this first one. Still got another unit of cav over here. And then once I start getting close, then I'll send this cav down. All right, Tidball, sit back for a minute. All right, that's going to take us down to the end of this phase. He's still got one unit, hasn't been dislodged from this fort yet. All right, now the attack from the south begins. All right, so what I expect is going to eventually happen, I don't really remember. I have fought this battle before on my last campaign, but it's been a while. I expect at some point it'll all open up and I'll be able to just use my armies everywhere. Because right now I've only got a little better than a 2-1 advantage here, which is not ideal. But I think what we'll do is we'll just go up to the edge of this water for now. That should give me a pretty good view of what's happening. I've got a bunch of rifled artillery. So at the very least, I should have a pretty good view of the fort. Now, this is an ugly, ugly place to attack from. I'd rather come down on these places from the north, and I'm assuming I'll get a chance to do that. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's not giving me any warnings about having to do it right now. So I would really rather not march across this water and up that hill. But I do need to get a view of what's happening. And so far, I don't have one. He obviously has a view of me, though. Man, can't see a thing. Can't shell what I can't see. I gotta get somewhere where I can see what's happening. Let's start pushing up this way. Maybe I can get up on this side and get a view. Oh, Daniel. Back out of there. I'm going to send these guys up and across, and if I can get a view of him from somewhere up here, that'll help. All right, so things open up back on the north side now, and we are going to finish taking this fort, get everybody kind of settled and regrouped, and then we'll take the next fort, and then hopefully we can bring these forces down from the north to finish things off. There's only 5,700 men left on this northern side. Surprisingly, he's still got this one unit that just will not break. And my Cavs got no condition or morale left. Hoping he doesn't either. All right, we're finally driving him out. All right, get these guys out of there. Oh, I'm not too worried about the rebel cavalry right now. I am going to bring these guns up closer, though. And I think I'll go ahead and send some of these units south. Certainly don't need them all to hold that fort. We'll go up and quickly cover the flanks from that cav. Alright. Let's get resupplied, refit here. Give everybody a chance to rest before we march on the last fort. I got 2 hours. And we're definitely going to take some of these units from up here to finish these guys off. So that's another 4,000 men. Once they get down here, we'll give them a chance to rest, and then we'll send everything I've got at that last fort. He's only got 4,000 men on the whole map, and I'm guessing most of them are right there. Okay, so I can definitely say I didn't see this coming. Cavalry out of nowhere, appearing from my rear. He's coming right at my artillery, which I'm trying to get moved out of the way. But he's going to hit one of my 10-pounders, and there's nothing I can do about it. But we wiped him out pretty quick. So I'm sending some units down here to occupy the fort as quickly as I can to deal with these skirmishers and cavalry that are coming up this way. And then I guess we're just going to sit tight. I've still got a 6,000 man advantage on this side of the field, but it's just not enough for me to want to try and attempt a crossing right now. Go ahead and throw some guns down here too. Alright, I think we're good now. Just going to send these guys south just because. let's target these guns. Just a little out of range. Alright, I'll have 3 or 4 batteries firing on him. And we're going to send this infantry down on him too. He's got a lot of guns on the field here. Alright, that'll do it for that battery. And now we just go back to waiting until the next phase opens up so we can bring troops down from the north to help out with this. Okay, this is it. The battlefield has opened up. It's now or never is what I was told, and I have 4 hours to win the campaign. So we're going to sit tight on this side and just push down from the north, take this final fort, push into the city, take the other fortifications, and call it a day. He's got 18,000 men left, but I've got him 3-1 on artillery. I'm going to go ahead and bring down all the rifled artillery that I've got. We'll leave some units on that fort. Bring these guys down as well. I've got 4 hours. I really see no reason to go too quickly here, especially when I've got such a huge advantage in artillery. So I'm going to bring down those guns so that I can start shelling these fortifications. Really hit these guns as best I can, and then just overwhelm him. Richmond's town militia marches to reinforce the rebels. We must defeat also them. All right, good. Let them come out, and they're going to hit me just in time to really taste the full brunt of my artillery as my rifled artillery gets into place. He's also going to march right in front of huge amounts of infantry. We've got 24 pounders here. Richmond's town militia isn't going to last that long. He's got 132 guns still. Oh, what is this? Now, I don't have a lot on this side. All right, we've got that battery targeted. We're starting to reduce the numbers there. When we get that down to a nice, reasonable number, I think we can go ahead and advance on the fort. I've got the numbers. He's just got all these 3-star units in there. So I just want to be careful. Good, please march those guys out. Make my job easier. My goodness. All right. You know what? He just pulled units out of the fort. That's perfect. You still got 2 full brigades in there. And he's got another one marching in. Yep, I'm playing the fortification game with him now. If he can do it, so can I. I'm going to go in and occupy these fortifications while he's still standing there. Okay, that leaves these 3 objectives right here. And just 15,000 men everywhere on the field. So let's move down. Leave a few units sitting on this objective. He's still got a general and supplies sitting up there, which is kind of funny to me. There's only 2 hours left, so I am starting to feel the time crunch a little bit here. Okay, 2:20 to go. I've got to start moving. Getting my guns all into position down here. I don't know how far over I can cross down here. But I want to be ready for that. Looks like I can cross over there. I'm going to get all these guys as far over as I can go with them. And then when my units come down from the south, or from the north, I'll be ready to cross and help them out. Meanwhile, we get ready to take the city. Okay. 1:56 to go. Time Time is ticking down. I'm starting to feel that crunch a little bit. Starting to feel the need to march on these objectives. He's only got 15,000 men. So as long as I hit him in force and don't just do kind of a piecemeal attack, I should be okay. Let's get these guns down here on the edge of town where they can do some damage. All right, there's the town. I'm going to send a couple of these units down here to secure the crossing. If I can hit these guys from the rear, then I can bring up my units from the south side, get them connected. And then we got to move quick. There we go. Ouch. There we go. We got both of those guys driven out. Time. And it's 9 o'clock at night, so it's not like they're messing when it comes to this time. Because obviously this time really matters this time around. All right, so we've got 2,500 men over here, which means they're not in the forts. I think that'll be enough. We'll send the rest this way. Problem is it's nighttime now and my guns aren't going to be able to see anything. Man, I don't like the time situation. Gonna have to move quick. We're just gonna have to overrun one fort and go right to the next one once these people get into position. Of course, what's the he's not at 90% yet. That might be the easier way to do it. An hour to go. Look at this jerk occupying fortifications. I'm sending this cav to go find that unit that disappeared on me. 48 minutes. Send in the house. $37 minutes to take the last fort. You still got 12,000 men. At what point do I cause 90% casualties? Not there yet. He might have more men than I can drive out in the next 32 minutes. I'm not sure. Let's quick. Oh, hey, hello. Nope, a bunch of them are up here. Okay. He's actually got very little in the fort itself. $25 minutes. Nothing like waiting until the last minute, huh? All right, sorry guys. I know your condition's poor and you haven't had a lot of rest, but let's do this. Wait, Confederates secured what? Come on. Are you kidding me? He had a brigade up there. Well then, good thing I left some up here. If he'd have waited a little bit longer to do that, I might have been screwed. My goodness. I still might be. Nothing like cutting it down to the wire, huh? I don't think I'm going to get there in time. There we go. Artillery did the job. This is what you call last second. Come on, guys, get in there. Their condition is so poor. That's the problem. I can't get them to charge. Well, he's got the battery in there. Come on, guys, march on that. Please. There it is. Whew. Both forts secured with 0 time on the clock. What? Well, and that's how the war ends, my friends. Final numbers. Good night. I lost half my army in that fight. 31,478 infantry. Only lost 32 guns. Took out 361 of his. Lost a lot of cav. Had some missing. Woo, that's how it goes. None of this matters at all. Lots of dead, lots of promotions. Let's see who the big winners were as far as the units go. Fighting Finns, 2,800 kills, only 300 losses. Wolverines, 2,280 against 357. So all of our usual suspects did really, really well for themselves. Let's go back and look at the final numbers. All right. Statistics, total losses, 270,000 infantry. So actually pretty comparable to what historically was lost during the war. I mean, that's dead, obviously, and a lot of the dead were from disease rather than wounds. But there we go. 746,000 kills on infantry. We killed over 1 million. So obviously well done on Legendary. Pretty happy with all of that. So let me know your thoughts. I was pretty reckless on that last battle just because I knew I had nothing to lose at that point. But the war is won. I'm going to go back real quick and go back to before that battle just because I want to just real quickly look at a couple of things that you guys might be interested to see. All right, so this is before the Battle of Richmond. It's our last chance to look at unit statistics. And I want to at least look at the units that are named for the patrons through Patreon and just see how they've performed up to the Battle of Richmond. There's the Ohio Outlaws. And going all the way back to April 4th of 1861 when they were first formed, 12,000 losses, but almost 37,000 kills. Probably their best day would definitely have to be Thoroughfare Gap, where they went in with 1,925 men, only lost 224, but killed 3,200. Boy, a great day for them. They had some other battles. Look at this. Gettysburg, 16 losses and 2,000 kills. That's incredible. Fort Stevens, 642 losses, but 3,700 kills. So some big, big days for them. Let's look at the Fighting Finns. Only 6,600 losses. They weren't formed until July of 1862. I believe that this is this is like the European style, so this would be July 1st. Their best day, Stones River, 3,300 kills. Chickamauga, only 209 losses, but 2,200 kills. And Georgia Railroad, only 105 losses, but 1,700 kills. They weren't involved in nearly as many battles, so that's why the much fewer number of kills. All right, Wolverines, 29,000 kills, 12,000 losses. They were more involved. They go back all the way to April 15th of 1861. And Shiloh, 134 losses, but 2,000 kills. That was their big day, really. Gettysburg, 369 to 2,000. And those are probably their best days for sure. Who else do we got here? Carroll's Marauders. Really well done. Formed in July of 1861. 9,000 losses, 32,000 total kills. Gaines Mill was a great day for them. What else? Gettysburg, great performance. Cold Harbor, fantastic. But look at this. Fort Stevens, 663 losses, 5,500 killed. That might turn out to be the best single battle performance by any of my units. Princess of Wales, again, 31,900 killed. They were also formed in 1861. 2,100 kills at Stones River, 4,000 kills at Chickamauga. Really, really well done there as well. I don't know if I've got any others. Let's take a look real quick, make sure I haven't missed anybody. We've got the Trengilly Titans. That was a much newer unit, so they didn't have nearly the performance. A lot of these, they weren't the Trengilly Titans yet. They came along later. But some really well-done performances for them as well. 1,754 at 2nd Winchester versus only 249 losses. I think that is everybody. All right, so that's the end of the Union Legendary campaign. A lot of you have suggested a couple of things moving forward for what I might do next. Maybe do some historical or custom battles. I probably will do some of that. There's also the Confederate No Infantry Campaign Challenge to go along with the Union one that I did last year. So I'll think about those things and we will come back. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me through 42 or so episodes of this series. It's been a fun ride. I learned a lot. I almost want to go back and do it again because I feel like I can do it so much better. But I don't think I need to do that with all of you. It might just be something I do on my own. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking around. And we'll see you again soon.